Alright, I finally made it back with another video. Today is August the 14th. And it's been really hot here. It's 97 yesterday, the day before, mid-90s for about the past 4 days before that. So I wanted to do a video on the progress of the outdoor tub fish. And I really couldn't do it because by the time I got out there, it was 90 something and I didn't want to bother to fish that much. So basically between being lazy and it being hot. So here we have the ones that I wasn't sure if they were platies or swordtails. They're obviously swordtails. So I have to give it to the people at Koi Smart. They had the tank labeled as swordtails. So I did end up with 2 males, obviously, and 1 female. Which is pretty simple to tell with swordtails once they mature. And there's still been no fry yet. Swordtails do take a little longer. Plus, I don't think they would be eating their fry because there's so many plants in that tub, they'd never get to them. So right now, the stuff floating in the water, wiggling around, is some live baby brine shrimp. And I'm very happy with these. These were called Koi Swordtails. And they were just so young when I got them that they looked like they could be platies. So, and I'll show the group of platies that I bought next. I didn't put them outside because I wanted to put a tub of Dragon Guppies out there. So I didn't want to have 3 tubs out there and look like a maniac because it's on the side of my house. And I don't want people to think I'm super crazy. See if we can get a bit of a close-up on him. Nice. They're not albinos. They do have black eyes. Not from being in a fight, just because they're black. So these are nice. I'm really happy with them. Probably in about the next month I'll get a 15-gallon long tank ready for them in the house. Because I'll have to put them in something bigger than a 10-gallon tank. They're just in a photo tank at this point, so I can show them. These things, it took me about 15 minutes outside today to catch these things. They're really fast, and I made the mistake of using black tubs, even though they're bright red, but by the time you get halfway down the tub, it's a little harder to see. So next year, I'm probably going to put in some white stones or something, I guess. But then again, with dirt and fish poop, they probably won't stay white. So I'm definitely not going to paint the bottom of it. Maybe I'll look for white tubs next year. So these are really nice fish. Really happy with these. I think I only paid about $7 for the 3 of them. Can't go wrong with that. What's it called when a chameleon can't change colors anymore? A reptile dysfunction. A reptile dysfunction. That's terrible, but it's good. How about that? Ah, and it is terrible. Alright, so that's the swordtails. I'll get to the platies next. And that'll only be a couple of minutes. And then I'll get to the dragon guppies that are in a tub. And be right back. Alright, I'll just throw this in the middle of another video. These are the tank. This is the tank of platies that I got from Koi Smart. I actually forget which place. I think it's at Petco. Anyway, this tank used to be for African cichlids. So I have the different substrate than normal, which is nothing. But you can see there's at least 1 fry in there. I believe there's a bunch more up top. These are obviously mixed platies. I believe the blue female had them. Because if I can find her, she looks thinner. See if I can get adjusted here. Alright, normally they come somewhere near the tank. There we go. Yeah, she looks a little bit thinner. So I believe she had them, plus they're dark bodied fish. So I don't know how many's in there because I just noticed them today. And I'm sure there's more than one, but we'll see what happens. So the goal with these guys, one is to get them to show the heck up, and two is to end up expanding the tank out to a couple other different tanks and split them up so I can end up with ones that are actually kind of true breeding, more or less. So, alright, they look like they want to congregate in the back. I can't get there. So, I'll also update the some other fish and be back in a bit. Alright, hope you enjoyed the Swordtails and the Platies. This is the most of the group of Dragon Guppies that I put outside. They're not as, what's the word I'm looking for, not as filled out as I'd like, and part of that is my fault because I only go out there and feed them once a day, and I think the thing I'll show next to wrap up the video will kind of drive home the point that more than one feeding a day, and one of those feedings being live baby brine shrimp, make a huge difference in the development of the fish. This is the first time these fish have seen light other than sunlight. So it's kind of interesting. It looks like I have a couple males that'll be Dumbo ear ones. These were all dark blue dragons, but I do have some that have some red in them, like that one there behind the female. And quite a few of the females have developed a hook anal fin, which is pretty weird. That's wasn't in any of the other ones that I recall. So, but I'll show next. I will show a tank of indoor dragon guppies that have been fed live baby brine shrimp every day, plus one feeding of my high protein food and one other feeding of either frozen brine shrimp a couple times a week or flake foods that I mix up. So that's some of the hornwort that was in the tub outside. That's more of it. It's actually doing really well. I have a lot of it out there, but the problem is I think these are okay. But you can kind of see the beginnings of a little bit of hair algae, I think. So I'm not sure how I'll handle that when it comes time to bring the fish in. But these are nice. These will I'll end up selling some of them very soon. As soon as it's not 97 freaking degrees. Because that's making it tough to ship fish. I have shipped, if they're close by, New Jersey, New York, Maryland, Pennsylvania. Really not going farther than that currently because it's just too hot and the post office still isn't the greatest. So anyway, these are nice. Hope you enjoyed getting to see them. There's probably fry out there in the tub. I haven't looked close enough to see. The only thing I did notice that's different, which you'll see with the next fish, is most of the females have a very, very dark tail, which is weird because they're all from one large hatch, and there are some more outside, which I probably said 5 times by now. So, and then when I show the next batch, they're from the same female, but 30 days prior. And you'll see a pretty darn big difference in what I have with those. So what do you get when you pick a pig's nose? Hamburgers. Hamburgers. Oh, that's not bad. The only thing that really stinks is I was going to have hamburgers for lunch, and now I'm not. Alright, I'll be right back with the indoor dragon guppies. Alright, I will wrap up the video with these indoor dragon guppies. I took them all out of their 10-gallon tank and put them into a 2.5 so I can film them being together. Now these are roughly a month older than the other ones I showed, and you can see the huge difference in development, and pretty much drives home the point that to get the best growth out of your fish, you need to give them some live baby brine shrimp or something equivalent, and a couple other meals a day that are high protein and that's the difference in growth with these two different tanks of fish. So these are dark blue Dragon Guppies, and this is one of the nicest looking ones in there. They do get a nice big tail, much bigger than some of the other Dragon Guppies you see, especially the ones you'll see in pet stores, because they're not really Dragon Guppies. They're just something bred to look like them, and they don't breed true. These breed true more or less, with the exception of different tail color. So, which kind of means they don't breed true, but what I mean is you get Dragon Guppies out of them all. So very nice thumb type dorsal, which is usually a light blue with some black spotting. And there you can see that one's got a little bit of red in the tail. Now I don't have too many in here, if any, that have the Dumbo ear pec fins. It's this one might, but they're not dark in color. But anyhow, you can see that there's a nice big difference in size. And the other strange thing is I don't really have any females that have a black or very, very dark tail. So these are more what Dragon Guppies really should look like. And I can't say anything bad about these. These have been very prolific, except for I initially bought 4 pair. 3 of the females never had any fry, and 1 female finally started to have fry after about 5 months, and that one's kind of got the larger pec fins. And all the fish that I have, all the Dragon Guppies, are actually from that 1 female. Except now, some of them, like these, are from one of her daughters. So the plants in this tank are thin leaf water sprite. And anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments, or you can send me an email. I put my email address in the description of all the videos lately, probably about the last year. And I appreciate you watching. And I'll have another video up very soon. It'll just be in a couple of days. It's not going to take me 2 weeks to do another one. Just trying to get a close-up on some of the males so you can see how nice they look. So anyhow, that'll do it. If you have any questions, just let me know. If you want to buy the high-protein food, you can buy it off eBay or Aquabid under seller ID GREYD, which is Gray and D for Douglas. And or you can email me, and it's a couple bucks cheaper buying it direct, because I don't have to pay the crazy fees. All right, thank you so much for watching.